Now, let me go to the other side of the country and update you on Western Australia's ongoing COVID-19 overreaction. Yeah, COVID. Remember that? The Western Australian government is still hysterical about COVID over there. The West Coast Eagles and Freo Dockers had a trial game on the weekend. No crowd was allowed. I mean, like, they're partying like it's March 2020 in Perth at the moment. And worse, of course, last week we brought you the cruel plight of the Gittos family in Bunbury. Mother of 5, Jo, is terminally ill in the Bunbury Hospital and was told that because of COVID rules, her children could not visit her. Here's what husband Darren told Channel 10 last week.
Apparently they're going to arrange an exemption for me so that I can visit, but they won't allow the kids to see their mum.
Now, the good news is that after media attention, the kids can now visit for half an hour a day. That's a vast improvement. But seriously, they tragically only have a month or so with their mum. Why have any time restrictions? Just let them spend all the time they can together. Western Australia needs to get a grip. The problem starts, of course, from the top with its paranoid Premier. Mark McGowan is in Sydney today to testify in the Clive Palmer defamation case. And as I mentioned last week, he's going to put himself into isolation upon his return to Western Australia just for show. The rules no longer require it. And get this, he was going to leave his unnecessary quarantine to go to government offices in Perth to join a national cabinet video link this Friday. And he was going to do it in full PPE. Gown, mask, hairnet, gloves, presumably. Seriously, was he going to play doctor? Or perhaps he was inspired by Dustin Hoffman? Honestly, you've got to laugh at this guy. Well, this was for show. He said so last month. It's to demonstrate that he's prepared to follow the same rules he enforced but don't apply anymore. Anyway, after he saw an early edition of the Western Australian newspaper last night, or his staff saw it, according to reports, he changed his mind. And now he's going to attend that video link on Friday just wearing a mask. But gets even worse. In Sydney today, he scoffed at those reports.
Well, I don't know how the report came about, but I'm never intended on going in full PPE. I was always intending on wearing a mask, which is what is required in a public building in Western Australia today.
He doesn't even know how that story came about. Well, we showed you less than a fortnight ago. It came straight from his own mouth.
In the midst of all that, there is a National Cabinet meeting, so I'll attempt to zoom into that meeting. If I can't zoom into that, I'll come out of quarantine with the appropriate PPE, attend the National Cabinet meeting and then go back into quarantine.
The appropriate PPE. Honestly, the bloke is over the top. I can't wait till Friday to see what kind of mask he wears. Batman or Zorro?